Hello everyone. So we are back discussing our lines and angle chapter and we are doing exercise 5.1. In our last video, we discussed till question 7 and today we are starting from question 8. Alright, so let's begin. See, question 8 says that an angle is greater than 45 degree. Is its complementary angle greater than 45, equal to 45 or less than 45? Means if in complementary angle pair one of the angle is greater than 45, then what would be the other angle? Would it be less than 45, greater than 45 or equal than 45? Alright, this is what the question is. Now, as I already told you that, see, whenever you read any question, you just need to understand the basic detail which you need, right, from that particular sum, and you need to underline that. Okay, so let's do that. An angle is greater than 45. All right, it is greater than 45 if it's complementary, means here we are dealing with complementary, right? Okay, so now let's start. Let the angles be x and y. Right now we don't know which two angles. So suppose these two angles are x and y, and because we are talking about complementary, naturally x plus y would be 90. All right? Now, they are saying that one of the angle is greater than 45. So let this angle x be 45, like greater than 45. All right? We have suppose two angles, that is x and y. We know that it's complementary. So we have done x plus y is equal to 90. One of the angle is greater than 45. So we have again suppose that let this angle x be 45, greater than 45. All right. Now, see, if I plug in this value, like we know that y should be the complementary of x. Now, complementary of angle of x, that is y, it should be 90 minus x, right? So, complementary angle of x means angle y, this should be actually 90 minus x. Now, for x, we already know that it is greater than 45, okay? So, naturally, if I subtract something greater than 45 from 90, then whatever the result may be, but that has to be, this result, this has to be less than 45, naturally. Is it sounding confusing? Let me explain you. See, we are told that x is greater than 45. Let's suppose it is 46. X is equal to, let's say x is equal to 46 because we are given that x is greater than 45. So we have supposed that x is 46. Now, if I subtract 46 from 90, then my answer would be 44, which is of course less than 45, right? This is what we are trying to tell. Okay, so what is this? Actually, it is y. So we can say that the other angle, that is y, it should be less than 45. Okay, this y should be less than, it should be less than 45. Again, हमें दिया गया है कि एक एंगल है जो कि ग्रेटर देन 45 है और उसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल. Now forget about the other stuff. See, सपोज करेंगे हम कि दो एंगल है x एंड y. बिकॉज हम कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं तो हम लिखेंगे कि x प्लस वाई इज इक्वल टू 90. उसमें से एक एंगल, अगेन लेट्स से एंगल x, इट इज ग्रेटर देन 45. सो अगर x is greater than 45 तो y क्या होगा? y would be 90 minus x, of course, right? Now 90 minus x, but हमें पता है कि x तो 45 से ज़्यादा है, so naturally 90 minus x has to be less than 45, alright? जो मैंने यहाँ पे आपको प्रूफ करके दिखाया. So the complementary angle, यहाँ पे जो आपको 3 options दिए हैं, should it be greater than 45? Well, no. Should it be equal to 45? No. Should it be less than 45? Yes. Right? So this is how this sum would be solved. Now, going to the next sum. In this question, they have given one figure and they have asked certain questions. We have already discussed these concepts in our earlier videos. So I'll just quickly explain you. In the adjoining figure is angle 1 and angle 2 adjacent. So angle 1 and angle 2. Okay. What we are talking about is angle 1 and angle 2. Are they adjacent? Yes, of course, because all the properties of adjacent angles are agreeing. Like one common arm and non-common arm are either on either side and one common vertex. All right. Okay. Now, next is AOC adjacent to AOE? Let me first erase this so that it became clear for you. Okay. All right. Is AOC, means we are talking about AOC. It should be straight. I can't get it straight, but it should be straight, okay? Is AOC adjacent to AOE? AOE. Well, that's not possible because AOC and AOE, right? That's not adjacent, okay? Because they have no non-common arms on opposite side of the common arm, that is on the either side of the common arm. Next is, do COE and EOD forming a linear pair? Let me first erase this. COE, COE and EOD means EO and D. Yes, they are forming linear pair because the base is same. See, this is the base and both the angles are lying on the same base, right? So, yes, they form linear pair, right? Now, next, BOD and DOA supplementary. Let's check. BOD means this and DOA means DOA. Are they supplementary? Well, yes, because they both are forming linear pair and linear pairs sum up to 180 means yes, they are supplementary. All right. Next one. Is 1 vertically opposite to 4? Let's check. Is angle 1 vertically opposite to angle 4? See, whenever you are finding vertically opposite angle, what you have to do is you just have to find out cross. See, this is making cross and this line is intersecting exactly at one point. Okay, these both lines are intersecting at one point and that's why we can say that yes, angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angle, right? Whenever you are asked vertically opposite angle, what you have to do is you always try to find out the x so that you will understand whether they are vertically opposite angle or not. Okay. And what is vertically opposite angle of 5? See, again, this is your angle 5, which is made up of this. Now let's start finding out the common point. So this one and this one. So this is your common point. So if 5 is this, then what is the vertically opposite angle of this is COB. Okay, this angle. 2 plus 3 means angle COB is vertically opposite to AOD. Alright, this is how you can solve this sum. Alright, okay, now coming to the next question. Indicate pairs of angles. Well, let me take this down. Okay, indicate which pairs of angle are vertically opposite angle. See, as I said that whenever you want to find out vertically opposite angle, what you have to do is you need to find out x so that you will have one common point at which both the lines are intersecting at each other. All right, so let's find it out. Vertically opposite angle. First of all, let's talk about angle 1. If you just pick up this angle, right? So let me just okay. So if you talk about angle 1 means this angle. So if I take like this, then if I extend it here and if I extend it here, then naturally for 1, which is the vertically opposite, 4. Okay. Here they have not given you any names of the angles, so you can't say with 5 and this 2 because you can't say 2 plus 3. Okay. Well, if they would have given name, we would have given it, but because they have not given names of to this figure, we can say that this 5 would make 2 plus 3. All right. So angle 1 with angle 4 and angle 5 is 2 plus 3. Okay, you can just mention like in bracket like this, angle 2 plus angle 3. Okay, so angle 5 would be vertically opposite to angle 2 and 3. Okay, so this is how. Now, next question is, let me first erase this. Next question is linear pair. Linear pair means we know that forming the same base and two angles which are on the same base. So linear pair means on the same line. So if I take this line, then naturally angle 5 and angle 1 is making linear pair. If I talk about angle 4, okay, so if I talk about angle 4, then with 4, again naturally 4 and 5. 4 and 5, right? So these both angles are linear pair. We can't say with 2 any angle is making linear pair. Well, 3 plus 4 can make. Okay? So with 2 we can say that angle 2 is equal to angle 2 and angle 4 plus 3 can make linear pair, but we can just mention 2. That would be suffice. Okay? So this is how. Now next question is, in the following figure, angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? See, for adjacent, any two angles to be adjacent, their first thing is their vertices should be common. Now here, for angle 1, the vertex is this point. And for angle 2, the vertex is this point. Two vertices are different, right? They are not sharing same vertex. So that's why we can say that no, right? Angle 1 and 2 are not adjacent angles because the very first thing is not agreeing, okay? That is, their vertex should be common, right? So that is the first reason. So they do not have common vertex. Now See, next question. Okay. Question 12. See, find the values of x, y, and z in each of the following. Let's find it out. See, find the value of x. Suppose, first of all, if I take this x, I can see easily that this is making vertically opposite angles. These are vertically opposite angles. So if this is 55, this has to be 55. All right. So we can easily get that x is equal to 55. Now this x is equal to 55 because vertically opposite angle. You need to write down this, okay? Because you need to show them the reason why it is 55, because they are vertically opposite angle. Now you can easily see here that 55 plus y, they are making linear pair, right? 55 plus y, they are making linear pair. So here you can easily write that 55 plus y is equal to 180, the reason being linear pair. And then the way we are finding out y would be here and 180, okay, 180 minus 55, that would give you 125. So this is how you can get 125. Now again, it's easy that if y is 125, then z being vertically opposite angle, it has to be 125, right? And that's what you have to write down, okay? So you will write down that y is equal to z, and they both are 125, the reason being vertically opposite angle, all right? Now, coming to the next figure, here 40, x, y, 25 and z. If you want to talk about x, you can say that, see, can you see this, these three angles, 1, 2 and 3. These three angles are on the same line, means they sum up to 180. When they sum up to 180, we can write down that 40 plus x plus 25 is equal to 180. So let's see how to write. So 40 plus x here. 40 plus x plus 25 is equal to 180. The reason being angle on straight line, or three of them are making linear pair. Now if you solve this, so it will give you 65 plus x is equal to 180. Again, if you solve it, we need x, so 180 would remain same, but 65 would go into minus relationship because it is in the plus here. So the answer is 115. All right. So x becomes your 115. So I'll just write it down here, 115. This 115. Now, next is y and z. All right. See, again, if you see, there are multiple ways you can do this sum. If you look at this, this is also now on the same line, 115 plus 25. You can easily get z, right? Because x, 25 and z, again, they are linear pair because they are on the same line, right? So same way we can solve this also. And once we get the value of z, we can easily get the value of y, again for linear pair with the help of linear pair, right? So this is how we can write. See, with the help of this also we can do this. 40 plus y. These three angles are also making linear pair and these two also are making linear pair. So we'll just write 40 plus y because that's easy. So we'll just write 40 plus y is equal to 180 because they are making linear pair. And if you want to find out, this is y is equal to 180 minus 40, and that gives me 140. All right. Once I get 140, it again becomes easy. See here, it is 140. So y and z, they are making linear pair. So naturally, z would become 40. So let's mention that 5 plus z is equal to 180 because they are making linear pair. So naturally 140 plus z, right? 140 plus z is 180 and z is equal to 180 minus 40 and your answer is 40. So this is how we can find out with multiple steps and multiple ways, right? Remember that you need to mention all these reasons, right? Okay. Question 13. See, this is theory question, so I would suggest you just watch my videos of theory and you can do this. Question 14. All right, let's do this. See, in the adjoining figure, the following pairs of angles, name the following pairs of angles: obtuse, vertically opposite angle. So, even if they are vertically opposite angle, but they need to be obtuse angle, means more than 90. So naturally, obtuse vertically opposite angle means if I take this BOC, this is obtuse angle, right? And now if I want to make vertically opposite angle, I can just join this, all right? So AOD and BOC. So they both are vertically opposite as well as obtuse angle. Next is adjacent complementary angle. So again, it's very easy. Let me first erase this. See, adjacent and complementary means they have to be 90. Okay, there's some will be 90, so it's easy, right? EOB and angle EOD, right? These are your, sorry, they are 90. I'm so sorry. Just a minute. They are 90, so they would become, this is this answer, supplementary angle. Okay, so let's start over again. Adjacent complementary angle. See, adjacent and complementary angle, so it should be AOB, means this, it should be AOB, okay, and AOE means this because it's 90. See, so AOB and AOE, these both of them are complementary because they are summing up to 90 and they are adjacent also. Equal supplementary angle, I have just told you that this is 90 and this is 90, so they sum up to 180, right? So they are equal also and 180 also, means supplementary also. Now unequal supplementary angles, right? Fourth one is unequal supplementary angles. Let's see that. Let's check once. Let me erase this first. Okay, supplementary means linear pair. So let's try to find out an angle which is making linear pair. Okay, so let's take linear pair means there has to be on same line like this. Okay, so can I say EOA and EOC, right? See, this one is smaller one and this one is bigger one, that is acute and obtuse. So they are unequal also. Because they are forming linear pair, they are supplementary also, right? So this is how. Next is adjacent angle that do not form linear pair, right? Adjacent angle that do not form linear pair. See, it can be this and this also, or it can be this AOE and EOD, this also, right? So multiple angles you can take. So this is how we are coming to an end for this exercise 5.1. All right. I hope you guys are clear with this. If you have any doubts or queries, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to solve it out. Okay. So in the next video, we'll start talking about next exercise. Till then, goodbye.